Very, very good here from Narayana Satish. He's not afraid to flight the ball. He's not afraid to reach out and asking Zoe Mamanat to plant his front foot forward. This is good bowling here.
They need to get going here. Big shot, not able to connect on this occasion. Things not working for Yalla Shabab Giants here.
Probably goes on to show what the importance of Zoe Mamanat is and how important it is for him to fire on all cylinders.
Short and scampered around for a single. So just 2 runs from this over of Narayan Satish. It's a brilliant one in the context of this game. 3 overs done, 14 without losing a wicket. Yalla Shabab Giants. Jan Shafiq comes into the attack. This is the side that he would fancy his chances against. It's a shorter boundary on the leg side for Zohaib Amanat. Length and through that fielder at fine leg means they'll scamper for a single.
Clearly struggling as Zohaib Amanat, in my opinion, because he's not able to get those boundaries. And owing to his form that he's had in the last so many games, even an out of form Zohaib Amanat has managed to get into the double digits. But what really is the key indicator here for him is that he's taken quite a bit of time and he's spending some time out there in the crease. So he'll have to certainly get into the act very quickly from here onwards. In the air and is going to pass the fielder. It's a boundary against the run of play. Majees Titans have been looking to keep these two batters very quiet, and now it's Hasnain ul Wahab realizing that if it's not Zohaib, it's got to be him.
They need to pick up wickets and pick up wickets early because these two, Hasnain ul Wahab and Zohaib Amanat, can quickly take the game away. Yes, not off to a flyer, but they have huge potential. Very explosive are these two. Getting a much needed boundary off the outside edge, and that'll keep them in the contest. Just around run a ball at the moment. They need to cut loose in this over. Driven through the covers. There is protection. So just a single. Strike rotation is going to be of utmost importance here.
Oh yes, now that they are not able to find the boundaries, they need to realize that, yes, of course, if the scoreboard needs to keep ticking. Just going to be a very, very interesting side here, how the Yalla Shabab Giants are traditional and a professional side, and how they operate when the going gets tough.
If they can find a way to get to 100 from here, this is going to make them remarkable. This is what makes a champion side. Put under the pump and still stand to the task.
And if they do manage to get to that 100-run mark, that run-out chance, probably that question that was asked to the umpire, and that would certainly make a difference of about 30 runs, because Zohaib Amanat just needs that one good over to, start belting the bowlers. Oh, it's been a good shout. Oh, it was coming down leg.
Probably pitching outside the leg stump, and that's where even Jan Shafiq was certain about it, indicating it to the umpire. Yet an animated appeal. That's what bowlers generally do to create a little bit of pressure. 2 umpires on duty. Umpire Gopakumar. And Empire Karthikeyan was at the batter's end. Coach of Indian School Muscat. Probably he's a retired figure now. Full toss, tonked. Still just a single. They need a boost movement.
Very interesting to see the field at the moment at this stage and how Majees Titans are able to just keep these batters very, very quiet, not leaking those additional runs. Towards the offside, they've got the third man and the backward point inside the circle. And then you've got that one in front of the bat at catching position. And also, in order to just counter that cut shot for the occasions when the bowler decides to just bowl it across the left-hander, you've got a deep point. So very, very interesting. It's a mixture of a defensive and an attacking field at the same time.
And that is primary because they cannot spray towards the wickets. Yes, this wide was on the leg side, and that's not something great from Jan Shafiq. He's bowled a long over already. 9 runs from this over. And once again, continues to do the same mistake that he should be avoiding. And primary because on the leg side towards the deep mid wicket is the short boundary for Zohaib Amanat. And that's where he needs to be much fuller outside the off stump.
One of the more expensive spells here from Jan Shafiq. He's just come into bowl and already given about 10 runs in those 5 deliveries. What he's trying to do is something that no other bowler is getting for the last couple of days on this particular wicket under lights, looking to get that swing while bowling full. And with that, we'll come to another over where only a boundary has been probably the best scoring shot. Shafiq Jan ending the over on 11. It's 4 overs gone, 26 for 0 YSG.
Narayana Satish, after that brilliant over, continues from the Oman tail end. He's been an exceptional talent. He's grown in stature year after year.
And for the right-hander, it's a different sort of a field. You've got somebody at point and you've got the long off and extra cover. Oh, this is a good shout. And up goes the finger. It took forever for the umpire to raise that finger. It was like a sentence of sorts here. Very, very good ball, Narayana Satish. This one just came straight onto the wickets. And Hasnain ul Wahab looking to play a different sort of a shot.
Hasnain ul Wahab just indicating that probably that was off the inside edge. It could have been, could not have been, doesn't matter. What's going to matter is that Hasnain ul Wahab is going to be walking back to the dugout for a score of 8 of 10 deliveries. And Yalla Shabab Giants lose their first at 27. wicket for Narayana Satish, and that means that Yalla Shabab Giants 27 for 1 are not going to be having the services of Hasnain Al-Wahab. Cut well. Sai Shiv into the equation and immediately gets a couple of runs to himself.
Yeah, well, the partnership broken. Not that they managed to score quite a bit. They're just trotting along that 6.5 runs per over sort of an effort. Hasnain Ul-Wahab, always a partner in crime with Zoeb Amanat, looking to score quickly, and finally the misery ends.
Really needs Zoeb Amanat to cut loose here. He's taken ample amount of time. 14 of 17 deliveries. Shot pulled on the leg side. Has to be a couple. Will be a couple. They're going for the second. Only a direct hit could make it very interesting. And it's not a direct hit, means Zoeb Amanat gets a couple to himself.
Yes, certainly have to be working hard for runs at the moment. A couple of runs is still a good result, but not good enough because Zoeb Amanat is there since 18 deliveries. Immediately looking to remove some projective gear to lighten his load at the moment.
What he's done is he's got rid of the thigh pad, which will allow him to be a little more brisk between wickets. And now that the pacers are not in the equation, probably that's a great call. Most of the batters do it to catch a breather. Played on the leg side once again, this time only for a single.
At the halfway stage, YSG are 33 for 1.
A rare sight, 17 runs of 19 balls for Zoeb Amanat. That is the reason Yalla Shabab Giants not able to get off to a flying start. 5 overs 33 for the loss of 1. It has been an exceptional bowling performance by the unit of Majees Titans. It's Abid who will be bowling his second over. Drifting down the leg, floating power play has been taken, and 3 back-to-back games. A lovely evening here in Muscat, Al Amirat. Joining me is Mr. Jamil Zaidi. Very good evening, Jamil sir.
Thank you very much, and good evening to all the viewers all around. Absolutely lovely evening, you very correctly said. And all credit goes to Majees Titans bowlers. They have really contained Zoeb Amanat, especially not getting the runs he used to do in the couple of overs. Halfway done it, still on 17 runs.
One more time coming into Zoeb Amanat. This time he connects and connects well. Maximum, a much needed maximum. What a hit.
You were just talking about he's delivered. Yes, I am the one who's talking. Brilliantly picked up. Right, 1 foot down over to the mid wicket for the first maximum. Badly needed for Yalla Shabab. Going to be another crunch game for both the teams.
It's an evenly balanced surface, Jamil bhai. Though there are quite a few rough patches, but still the wicket is intact. It's in great shape. Runs will come if you can apply yourself, and Zohaib Amana throughout this innings is trying to go hard. I feel that is the reason he's not able to time it properly.
Because the bowlers aren't giving him chance to come out to his own way as he used to be. And as I talked to you about that, the bowlers has done their job so far for Majees Titans, especially containing Zohaib Amanat for getting his usual attacking style.
Mid wicket and long on two fielders stationed to the boundary rope. Another one onto the pads, and finger goes up. Straight away he knows, started his walk towards the hut. Abid strike, what a delivery.
Beautifully bowled into the left-hander. No chance for him to get rid of it. Right hit on the plum in front of the wicket. Look at that one. Absolutely plumb. Coming into the left-hander, wrapped on the pad, and very quickly umpire raises the finger. So wicket number 2 down for Yalla Shabab, 39 for 2.
So another left-handed batter walks in, replacing Zohaib Amanat is Paniariwala. A full toss, a wild throw coming in from the fielder, and they're running for that second. Poor pick up and throw from Adnan Khan, just got carried away, but what a delivery it has been by Abid. Brave enough, keeping in mind he's very strong towards the leg side. Still, after going for that maximum, he came into Zohaib Amanat. A little bit of swing, and it did the damage for Yalla Shabab. This was the previous delivery, a low full toss off the mark with that quick single. Should have been a single, Jamil bhai, but not a good throw coming in.
Absolutely. One run has been taken and has to keep the ball with himself rather than throwing. No one there, it's backing up.
Everything is happening here. The top order not getting those quick runs. Now how many more they can add is a big question here. Going at 7 runs per over, 6 overs gone, 42 for the loss of 2. It must have been kind of a situation for both the sides after losing a game. Yesterday, Yalla Shabab went down to Renaissance Challengers. A lot of hard work needs to be done by Paniariwala and Sai Shiv. In the air, and fielder takes that, and he drops. Karuna Ratne putting all that effort but not able to hold on to it. What an effort coming in, number 78, Karuna Ratne.
I think could have been the catch for the other fielder. Actually, he was more nearer to the ball than Karuna Ratne, but he was running into a stopped, and I think that's the reason the catch was dropped. Beautifully bowled.
And very next ball, departed Paniyariwala. This is what happened before he got dismissed. Oh, what an effort. Brilliant effort. A full length dive. But the very next ball, trying to repeat that shot. An edge and brilliantly taken by Gihan Klote. Another wicket falls here.
This time, once again, beautifully taken. Ball turn a lot, Mudassir. Good turn in the wicket. And so, wicket number 3 back to the dugout for Yalla Shabab. 44 for 3.
Bowling from Oman D10, and it is the area towards the leg stump for the right hand batter. But Adnan Khan getting some turn, bowling on that rough patch. Sanju Sajeev walks in, straight away pushed and going for that second run. Lightning quick, Sanju and Sai Shiv.
Time for them now to repair the damage. Yeah, that was the area where you're talking about, pointed out by Mudassir. It's a rough patch. And of course, for the left-handers, batters and off spinner will definitely get advantage there from their end.
Another flighted delivery. A lot of repair work needs to be done by these two. So 3 wickets down. The run machine Zoeb Amanat back in the hut, so is his partner Hasnain Wahab and Paniyariwala. So 2 right-handed batters out there in the middle with plenty of experience. Nicely bowled and opening his arms. A wide has been called.
Well, tough time for the Yalla Shabab batters right now. Okay, this time coming down the wicket. That's in there. And once again, spilled. Chance at the deep mid-wicket boundary. Very, very unfortunate for the Majees Titans. It's the second catch dropped.
How well he bowled. Look at that. And ball slightly rising after hitting the surface. Got the height but not the distance. The fielder not coming to the rescue there. And ordinary stuff. Sai Shiv, he survives. But an excellent over from Adnan Khan. 7 gone, 51 for the loss of 3. Sai Dinesh, the batsman who got those crucial boundaries and runs against IS Invincibles, chasing 93. He played an important role. Straight away swing on offer for Dinesh. We are into the 8th over. Floating power play has been taken, which did not yielded many runs for Majees Titans. And in the process, they have also lost that wicket of Zoeb Amanat. Good changes by Vishwa Vijayaratne in the bowling department.
Well, everybody is trying hard, including the bowlers. The initiative has been taken by the bowlers of Majees Titans.
Heaved and Ubaidullah tried his best. Another chance goes down begging. First it was Karun Ratne, then Abhinav. Now Ubaidullah took his own time to get off the block here.
That could have been the easy one, I think. Look at that one. He came a bit late onto the ball, and that's why the ball dropped just in front of him. This boy is also bowling very well, Dinesh. Medium pacer. Jean-Claude right on the stumps.
Beautiful, beautiful piece of bowling. Sticking to the basics is Dinesh. Trying his best is Sanju Sajeev to find that boundary. This kind of shots clearly shows that batsman is under pressure, Jamil bhai.
They do have, because they do a lot of runs on the board, yet to come only 52 on the board. And the over number 8 is in progress. They might be eyeing around 80 plus. But things go the other way.
Another wild swing. Exceptional piece of bowling. He's a young lad playing his second game of this tournament. Already won the game with the bat, now bowling superbly.
Yeah. That time for those youngsters who have been inducted into the teams, all the teams which are playing in this particular D10 league powered by Dafa News, to come up with some exceptional batting or bowling performance.
Hit nicely. Ubaidullah settling, but no chance. Sai Shiv Narayana, the captain, gets a maximum. Slight error from the bowler, and full advantage taken by Sai Shiv.
A very, very good batter, Sai Shiv, and the captain as well. Brilliantly hit to the long on boundary for the maximum. They badly need a couple of more maximums from here on.
Especially with this pace, the key is length for Dinesh. Much better, but even good looking shot. Hammered on the back foot towards that corner, 4 runs.
This is much better shot. Over number 8 has gone. 63 for 3. Very, very good over for Yalla Shabab. Shafiq Khan this time with full force outside the upper stump. Got edge of the bat through the slips for more valuable runs for Yalla Shabab.
How quickly the things changes. In the previous over, they have got 10 in the final 2 balls. Now, a good start to this over. The intention was to go towards that leg side, but that pace, taking thick outside edge, the blade of Sanju Sajeev, and no protection in the deep third, resulted in 4 runs. So all of a sudden, there is a jump in that run rate, 8.20. They need to target that 90. As of now, 23 more needed to touch that 90 figure mark. Another one, well fielded. Captain Vishwa Vijayaratne.
Well, Great comeback by Yalla Shabab in the last 2 overs. They were struggling for the runs. And a good over this time once again brilliantly fielded. Saishif got 10 runs in that over and then immediately the next over the first ball got a boundary of Shafiq Jan.
In the block hole. A good comeback by Shafiq Jan. Just put on a few kilos. But very express when it comes to the pace, Shafiq Jan. The likes of Vishwa Vijayaratne making comeback, it strengthened their batting department. Making comeback after injury, Vishwa Vijayaratne, the captain of Titans.
Right time he came into the team. The full toss played out to the gully for the single. Even without Vishwa, I think Majees Titan was doing well in the last couple of matches, but definitely his presence will boost their batting lineup, especially the middle order. Will be strengthened by the inclusion of Vishwa.
Brave enough. And who is it? It's Super Sanju against one of the quickest here in Oman domestic circuit. A bit fuller and going for that reverse shot.
It's going outside the offer stump, and he knows that he can easily play it out with the bat. Nicely played. Look at that one. Right from the middle of the bat. Great shot.
Modern day cricket, so many innovations, new shots with the batters to get those runs. Another one, another poor delivery, sticking to bowl that Yorker, but Sanju Sajeev, he's on a roll, he's on a song. Plenty of runs in this over. 4 they started, then a single, dot, single, 4, now 6.
What a beautiful placement it is. It just saw the ball, it's a full toss. Just opened the face of the bat, pulled it over to the third man for the maximum. 79 for 3, over number 9 gone. Hamilton, the most successful bowler from Majees Titans in D20 and D10 as well. Bowling the last over of the game. Precarious position, 52 in just 6 over. They jumped up to 79 for 4.
And Mujibur Ali comes in and straight away gets a maximum. So it's Saishiv Narayana who is retired out, and Mujibur Ali walks in and straight away get a maximum.
Yesterday also did the same thing. And we didn't know about Saishiv. But anyhow, 6 runs comes. Yesterday also Mujibur Ali played some maximums in the last stage of the game.
See, one little good knock, one little cameo can do wonders. He was struggling in this tournament. Now getting those runs in his own style. Going down on one knee, goes straight over the bowler. Back-to-back maximums. Hemal Tandel is in trouble here.
Exactly similar situation was yesterday when he came. The moment he came, Mujib really continuously for 2 maximum yesterday also. Look at that one. That was outside the off stump and brilliantly picked up from the middle of the bat to the long on boundary for maximum, second maximum. And what a great comeback by Yalla Shabab.
When we came in, 5 overs 33. Now look at that. They have added 58 in 26 balls. Clean hitting. Some superb execution of shots by Sanju Sajeev. The momentum clearly in favor of batting side. 91 for the loss of 4. Back-to-back maximums. Way outside the off stump. Shuffling towards the top stick. And a good comeback by Tandel.
Well, I'm sure YSG must be at least a bit pleased that they've scored about 90 runs, which is a good defendable score for them. They have a very good bowling lineup and supported by some excellent fielding as well. Just still 3 more deliveries to go.
Hit down the ground. Coming back is Sanju Sajeev. Not greedy there. To be back on strike. He knows his partner. He's striking well. Playing for the team. Running for his partner, Sanju Sajeev. Couple of runs for Mujib. And couple of runs for Yalla Shabab.
Well, this is what he is known for. Super Sanju, we all calling all through this tournament D20 and D10. His acrobatic fielding, and of course, he's a very good all-rounder. A very dependable batter as well. And with short in this tournament.
Edge. Following the batter, he was shuffling towards the top stick and he bowled onto the 6-7 stump. And an edge. Gihan is excited. But runs on board. Plenty of damage has been done in this over by Mujibur Ali.
Outside the off stump. He's trying to get it done, cut over to the cover point boundary, but got an edge. So, wicket number 5 back to the dugout. But of course, they must be pleased that runs are at least good on the board.
So to face the final ball of this innings is Abdul Khalik, 14 runs. Last 2 runs went for plenty of runs. So was that 8th over. Final 2 balls going for the 10 runs. Now Tandel runs in. Going for that scoop. He connects but straight into the hands of wicketkeeper Gihan. Back-to-back wickets to end the first innings. So Sanju Sajeev, little cameo, taking team to a respectable total, showing great sportsman spirit is Hemal Tandel, applauding the way he got those runs.
Once again, it was trying to scoop it, but straight to the hands of the Jihan Clout, the wicketkeeper. 10 overs completed, and Yalla Shabab really did a good job from a precarious 52 for in 5 overs. They reached to 93. He started with Zohaib Aman, started not well, but scored 23. And then it was Super Sanju, 18 not out. And then it was a cameo from Sashif Narayan, 18. And of course, Mujibur 14 with 2 maximum, 93 for 6 by Yalla Shabab in 10 overs.
The bowling has been superb, especially in the first 5 overs, because the Tandel, he bowled beautiful first over, going for just 4. Abid at his best, a wicket to his name, a wicket for Narayan Satish. The young leggy was quite impressive against his Zohaib Amanat, going for just 9 runs. Then Shafiq Jan going for plenty of runs. Just 1 over for Dinesh and for Adnan, couple of wickets for Tandel. So 93, Yalla Shabab managed in their allotted 10. Let's see the highlights of Yalla Shabab Giants. Left hand, right hand combination. They struggled to get those runs. Not a flying start. They were known for, yes, few boundaries came in. And Hasnain was given LBW. Zoeb Amanat got a maximum. Then very next delivery, playing across the line, rightly called by the umpire. And this was the phase when the bowlers, they dominated wicket after wicket going down. But then the rescue rangers, Sai Shiv and Sanju Sajiv. This was the over which went for plenty of runs, couple of maximums and few fours in that over of Shafiq Jan. Innovation at his best by Sanju Sajiv. Mujibur Ali came in, back-to-back maximums for the left-handed stylish batter. That much needed impetus has been provided by Ali and Sanju. In the final couple of overs, this was the fall of Abdul Khaliq. So 92, 93 runs were posted on the scoreboard by Yalla Shabab Giants. A crucial encounter between these two sides. We'll dive into a short break. It's Majees Titans. The second innings, they'll be looking for those 94 runs to secure 2 crucial points against Yalla Shabab.
He has timed that one well. Catches the ball straight in. Beautiful ball. Edge the way. Yes, it is.
Hello and welcome back once again. It's game number 1 for tonight, and we are into the second innings already. And it's Yalla Shabab Giants taking on the likes of Majees Titans. It was a very good first innings. Plenty to talk about here because Zoe Bamanat struggled 23 of 23 balls, and then there was Sai Shiv Narayan, the captain, stepping up to the plate, 10 ball 18. Super Sanju scored an 8 ball 18 as well, and so did Mujibur Ali, 5 ball 14. And somehow or the other, they managed to reach a formidable total 93 for the loss of 6 wickets in their allotted 10 overs. As far as the bowling is concerned, a couple of wickets to the name of Hemal Tandale in his spell of 2 overs. 2 for 18 is what he ended up with. 1 wicket apiece for Abid Khan, Narayana Satish and Adnan Khan. But what a spell here from Narayana Satish. 1 for 9, and as well as Adnan Khan, but he bowled just 1 over. Otherwise, Narayana Satish certainly was dominating everyone in those middle overs. Joining me in the com box, Jamil Zaidi, and you were there towards the latter half of the innings because the first half of the innings, Yalla Shabab was certainly struggling to score runs, courtesy that run-a-ball effort of Zoe Bamanat, and then Hasnainul Wahab departed early. But then tell us something about the second innings, or rather the second half of that
Well, I
first
think
innings.
it was dominated. Thank you, Amin, and good evening to everyone. Yes, second inning was dominated by Sai Shiv himself, Super Sanju, and in the end, it was 14 runs by Mujibur. That takes the total from 52 in 5 overs to 93, a very dependable total.
Straight away into the act, Umer Shakil. It's those two opening batters, Abhinav Sharma and Ravi Karunaratne for Majees Titans. Now, Abhinav Sharma is a good striker of the ball. He's a young gun in that side and always looking to score freely. He's been given the license to go after the bowlers. Power play period, so probably has some incentive as well. What makes him so special is his ability to go inside out on most occasions and get some runs like this. This is high up into the air, gets a bit of edge, but just because Abhinav Sharma went really hard at it, was probably ending up in a position that was safe, landed safely. So first runs on the board for Majees Titans.
Well, Umer Shakil, absolutely a brilliant bowler. And in the conditions in which now Majees Titan is chasing a good total of 93, and an early wicket at this stage will definitely put pressure back on Majees Titans to come up with someone who can play heroics of like Sashiv and Mujibur in the innings of Yalla Shabab.
Umer Shakil for the third delivery. Oh, this is good. It's high up in the air. A fielder interested and just going to pop out of the hands of the youngster. But then that was certainly a good effort out there in the deep.
The effort was absolutely marvelous. Could have been a stunner had the ball comes into hand. But efforts will be appreciated definitely by the fielder at the deep square leg. It will be a crutch game, I mean. Both the teams must be looking for a win.
Looking to invent a shot here, and it's going to end up into a dismissal. Abhinav Sharma, one shot too many, trying to possibly just take apart the bowler, and what he does is manages to hold out.
Once again, reckless, I will say, absolutely reckless shot at this stage of the game. The over number 1 is in progress, and he has played 2 good shots, but just has to see what the situation is, how to play. He's one of the best players from the Majees Titans. Anyhow, wicket number 1 back to the record from Majees Titans. 2 for 1.
New man in Frisco Adams. And he's gotten a top edge immediately. But this time, instead of landing into the hands of the fielder, it lands beyond the boundary ropes. First boundary in the form of a 6, and they'll take it, Majees Titans.
Well, good comeback. He tried to hook it, top edge of the bat, over the wicket keeper's head. So 6 runs in the very first ball Adam faced.
Oh, it's going to be a good shout. Umpire not interested. Just going to end this over in a very quiet manner. Mixed bag sort of a over for YSG and Majees Titans. 8 for 1. Going to be the quicker ones of Sanju Sajeev very early on, and straight away dispatched to the boundary. Ravi Karunaratne now looking to get into the act. They know that they have to start scoring quickly and make use of this power play period. 93 can be a very, very challenging score.
That's a bad delivery, very, very short of the length, and just Karunaratne played it beautifully for the mid-wicket boundary for 4.
Good start to the over already. Plays it very, very late. And they'll manage to get a single to their name.
It is the right thing, I mean, after the boundary, and nicely placed it and gets single. So no dot ball, and the 2 balls being bowled by Sanju.
Works away towards the offside. Will it beat the fielder? It's got to give it a little bit of chase here. Jay Odedra. And a couple of runs.
Good comeback by Majees batters. After losing an early wicket, they have recovered with the mighty and the boundary.
Yeah, and now good comeback by Sanju, because he's looking to bowl that tight line and length, targeting the off stump, so not giving very much width to the batters. Oh, in the air. Very, very close call. It's going to be Captain Sai Shiv, who's going to return the ball. And I think he's done extremely well. Certainly looked like a boundary, but then they'll have to settle for a couple of runs.
Great effort. Actually, this could have been a boundary, but he just, before the ball touches the ground, look at the effort. It just popped back into the ground.
Loud shout, says no. The umpire saying it's going down leg probably. Dot ball to end the over. 9 runs of this. Majees Titans are well underway at the moment. 17 for 1. Amir Hamza to bowl the third over, and Ravi Karunaratne and Ferrisco Adams have certainly gotten off to a decent start. They wouldn't be complaining at the moment. Just working the fields for singles and then punishing those poor deliveries for boundaries, and that's pretty much the way they need to be looking to go about things. At the moment, the required run rate still around the 10 runs and over mark, so they have to just persist with the way they're playing at the moment.
Yeah, I think once the overs are number 3, 4, 5 overs, the way they are playing, seeing the ball well, I think the run rate will go around 10 around.
Oh, there was in the air for a fair bit amount of time. Abdul Khalik diving to his left. Eventually settling for runs here. Was a tough chance for Abdul Khalik. Otherwise a very nimble fielder and looks to throw himself around in the park. And this time around missing a catch here to make some difference in that wickets column. Looking to charge down the track. This one's huge. And it's been dispatched for a big 6 towards long off. And Ferrisco Adams is looking in some sort of a mood at the moment.
Well, he's such a big hitter of the ball, clean hitter rather. It was outside the off stump coming down the wicket and opened the face of the bat with a long off for the maximum. Brilliantly played, perfect timings.
Good runs here, and they're looking to score boundaries of every over, and that's going to be very effective in the whole innings at the moment. What this does is this certainly takes a little bit of pressure off. Wanted to launch this one into orbit as well. We'll have to settle for a single.
I could have done, he did a bit early, I believe. Thought what will come quickly and he will pay that towards the fine leg. But anyhow, single has come. Not a dot ball. That's more important.
And that's the essence of D10. You can see in this particular over, every ball has been scored, and the moment you have a dot, the probability of the next ball remaining a dot also increases. Just like this one. Now that he's gotten a dot, that last ball of the over all of a sudden becomes very important. Because you would be looking to score that run. You would be looking to take that riskier option of getting a boundary to end the over so that there can be some positive progress towards that target of 94, which otherwise seems to be a very, very stiff target. Amir Hamza will not be happy with the way his first over has gone at the moment. Not able to get hold of it. Wants to take a single. And rightly sent back by Ferrisco Adams. End of the third over, Majees Titans are 27 for 1. Right-handers in the mid. So Sai Shiv will look to employ his trade, and straight away he's taken apart. And Ferrisco Adams very strong towards the leg side, probably proving a point that he has been silent for quite a few games. Not anymore. This game needs to come the Majees Titans way. Good start to the over with a maximum.
Yeah, he's a very, very strong on the leg side, but he has played a beautiful mighty onto the offside as well. So it's a very crunch game for both the teams. Look at that one. Just pulled it beautifully from the middle of the bat to the cow's corner for the one of the mighty six.
Come back here of sorts for Sai Shiv, looking to keep it out of the reach of Ferisco Adams. And he'll have to be very careful about that as well, because if Ferisco Adams gets a hint of premeditation, and this is what's going to happen, gets a little bit of bat onto it, enough for him to just rotate strike.
Well, you're still wondering. I mean, Mighty has already come, six has already come, and the ball was coming into the wicket. He tried to reverse sweep that one.
And this is Ravi Karunaratne now, who's going to be holding out to that fielder towards deep square leg. Sai Shiv plucking another wicket against the run of play, because Majees Titans were looking to make a run for the target of 94.
Good wicket, much needed wicket for Yalla Shabab. And Karunaratne was absolutely not at his best in this game so far. So wicket number 2, back to the deck out for Majees Titans, 34 for 2.
He's picked up his first wicket in his first over, in which the first ball was hit for a big maximum of Ferisco Adams. At the moment, Majees Titans have lost Ravi Karunaratne on the way, stranded midway. Oh, this is absolute horror. He was sold down the river by Gian Clote, and Ferisco Adams could not make it back in time. But what really saved him was Sai Shiv's inability to collect that ball from the fielder. Was thrown at him very hard.
Suicidal one. Could have been disaster.
Runs as many as 4, I believe. And they'll take it because they'll take runs in any manner at the moment. It was a very quiet over, just that one maximum on the first ball. And now to end this over, 4 byes. So not going to hurt Sai Shiv's figures, but Majees Titans are still in the hunt. 38 for 2 after 4. Abdul Khalik introduced into the attack. Starts off with a full toss and he is driven down the ground for a single. Ferisco Adams has been looking to attack the bowlers as soon as they get into the attack.
This pair really very important for Majees Titans, and they can bring the team towards the victory with Ferisco Adams really playing well, hitting well. He's got 27 of just 13 deliveries. That shows how much attacking he is.
Taking their time at the moment, and Gian Clote against the pace bowlers, because when he came out to bat earlier, he was facing the slower bowlers, and now for the pace bowlers, he'll have to just restart and refocus, recalibrate his efforts out here in the middle. Dot ball to begin with. Abdul Khalik bowled some decent pace, and what is really good about him is that he's always looking to bowl line and length according to the plan, according to the field that's been set up for him, and that's what makes him very, very effective and a captain's favourite. Slower ball guided towards the offside as deep point comes to collect it.
Well, I believe that in the remaining 3 legal deliveries that go, if they reach around 50-51, then the match will be hang in balance. Or if they will not make it to 50, then things will have been a bit difficult in the next 5 overs.
Keeps it outside the tram line. It's way too wide, so unnecessary stuff here from Abdul Khalik, because normally what he should be looking to do is target the stumps, and that's where he's going to be getting some wickets, because Ferisco Adams and Gian Clote are under pressure at the moment to score quickly. If you can target the stumps, you become a candidate for a leg before wicket, or rather you prepare a candidate for a leg before wicket. Oh, inside edge. Lucky runs of Ferisco Adams is just that sort of a night for him at the moment, where anything he touches is a boundary or a 6.
Once again, play on to the offside, got the bottom edge of the bat. No one there is guarding the fine leg. Welcome boundary for Majees Titans.
Well, absolutely. This is delightful striking. Striking at nearly 200 or maybe even above. Oh, he's done him over. Abdul Khalik targeting the stumps, and he'll get success immediately. And this is what has been asked of him. What a great delivery to get rid of the danger man, Ferisco Adams.
He is such a fantastic bowler, Abdul Khalik. Look at that one. Nipping the ball into the batter, in swinger for the right-hander, and uprooting the middle stump. Beautiful delivery. So, wicket number 3, back to the dugout.
Abdul Khalik, the young pacer from Hyderabad, has certainly looked to make an impact here in this innings, picking up a timely wicket. And what's important here, it's a wicket of Ferisco Adams, who was looking to strike the ball well, strike the ball hard, and just run away with the game. But no, says Abdul Khalik. He's in for the last ball of his over. Looking to target the stumps once again, and this time it's just guided towards the leg side for a single, as Vishwa Vijayaratne and Jihan Klote will come towards that 5 over mark at the halfway stage. 46 for the loss of 3 Majees Titans.
It is an even Steven battle here at the Oman Cricket Academy. Yalla Shabab Giants taking on Majees Titans. And Majees Titans. Oh, and a little bit of an outside edge. They'll have to work hard to keep it in play, and he's done really well. And that means a couple of runs for Majees Titans. 46 required in 4.5. Joining me in the com box, Mudassir Ali Qureshi, your experience.
Somehow I feel the bowling side, they have an edge, keeping in mind the way the wicket is behaving, but two experienced batters, Vijay Ratne and Gihan Klote out there in the middle. They love to get those runs, and poor effort coming in from Hamza. Few runs on offer. But clearly under the lights, there is more assistance for the spin bowlers, especially the off-break bowlers.
Whether it is the off break, leg break, or the medium pacers, anyone who looks to hit the surface hard will get a little bit of extra purchase. The dew just settles in on the surface, making the upper layer a little soft. And then there is a little bit of spongy bounce. And you, if you're a smart bowler, you can use it to your advantage. You can just hit the deck hard on a few deliveries and then just release a normal delivery like how Jai Odedra did, which will not get an extra bounce. So you can make it as a two-paced wicket.
.50 on board with those couple of runs, using the feet driven nicely, but straight towards the fielder. Especially what I think, Pranav, is as a spinner, especially off-break bowler, instead of hitting the deck hard, if you can just give that loop, if you can bowl on those rough areas, definitely you will get some purchase, as we have seen on the very first ball. Coming in the arc, nicely managed, a much needed boundary, a slight error, a bit fuller, and punished by Vijayaratne.
He hasn't really been picture perfect here at the Oman D10, nor was he in the Oman D20. Jai Odedra, one of the classic performers of Yalla Shabab Giants, hasn't come to the party here. And that's where the concern has been for Yalla Shabab Giants. Erring in length on this occasion, very full, and that's where Vishwa Vijayaratne was able to tonk it around. Coming back from a fitness issue, he's still a player to watch out for. 40 required of the last 4. It's a game in balance at the moment. If you're a Yalla Shabab Giants fan, need a moment of magic. If you're Majees Titan fans, they also need a moment of magic. A game in balance, and that's what you want to see when two champion sides are locking horns. And that's exactly what's on offer here.
And if you are a cricket fan, you want to witness a last ball thriller. Two quality sides. A must-win game for both the sides to keep their hopes alive to make it to the final. Top two teams from this round 2, where 6 teams are battling against each other. The top 2 from these 6 teams will qualify for the finale. Two left-handed batters, 55 on board, still 39 needed. Asking rate is 10.17.
Just deviating from topic here. Congratulations to you and UAE. They won by 42 runs against Oman. And what a performance from Junaid Siddiqui. Just getting better with age. He's been around for a while now and he's doing wonders for UAE.
Oh, he has been a fighter, bowler for UAE. And top of that, yet again, as said yesterday to you, Pranav, change of pace, another single. UAE, a lot depends on Ali Shan, Wasim and Asif Khan, though Asif Khan not among the runs, it was Wasim and Ali Shan who got those runs, and that troubled Oman. But it's a new side for Oman. I think they need to take this as a positive, because the first time they participated in Asia Cup and getting that experience is a worth for all these young players, and slowly the likes of Amir Khalil and Nadeem, they will fade away with the time. It's a young team in making for Oman.
I see it in a very different fashion. Need a big shot, outside edge, it works in favour, probably would have been intentional. Vishwa Vijayaratne is a player to watch out for. At the moment, he's making things happen for Majees Titans.
How beautifully he managed. Couple of deliveries ago, he was trying to force against the fast bowlers and the spinners, not able to middle it properly. Now, just waited and opening face of the blade. A fuller delivery goes past that short third. 4 runs, a much needed boundary. They need 10 runs per over. With that boundary, asking rate comes down below 10.
What I really feel that it is a great preparatory opportunity for Oman. An experience that will be very valuable once they are going to be walking into Asia Pacific qualifiers. Big shot, it's up in the air, fielder underneath it. Jay Odedra doesn't drop many, and the easiest of opportunities has been grabbed. Hamza is a handy bowler, and so is Jay Odedra. And that's where the partnership of both will get rid of Vishwa Vijayaratne, and all of a sudden Majees Titans 4 down are in trouble.
From the beauty of this wicket is Hamza, though he has gone for that wicket, straight away correcting his line and length and also reducing pace, which foxed Vijayaratne. He was not in control while playing that shot. The captain, in fact the former captain, Jay Odedra, making no mistake. A much needed breakthrough has been provided by Hamza, 61 for the loss of 4. Wicket goes down and there's a jump in that required run rate, 10.42. Just one ball ago, it was under 10. Walks in young Satish. Played straight towards Jay Odedra. So with that single, A brilliant over from Hamza. What a comeback after going for a boundary. A wicket to his name. Going into the last three. Still 32 needed. 62 for the loss of 4-7 gone. Every delivery matters from here onwards for both the sides. A dot delivery will build pressure on the batters wherein boundaries are needed. Shakil Umer runs in. Extra bounce. A dot delivery to start the over. So much of T20 happening, and next month here in Oman there's an ICC Asia Pacific World Cup qualifiers, another T20 format, but also keeping in mind it's not only T20, Pranav. For me the most important thing for associate nations is the CWC League 2 matches, where you need to keep your ODI status with you so that you will be having that support from ICC while swing back-to-back dot deliveries. Because once you have that ODI status, then you will be able to get also a chance to represent at World Cup as well. And I believe Oman are doing an extremely good job. Few matches, in fact the last 8 to 9 games dominated by Oman, and that is the reason they are sitting well in the table of ICC Cricket World Cup League 2.
Absolutely. They've done fantastic. I just want to give you a recap of the entire ICC CWC. Trying to make something happen is Narayana Satish, 3 dot balls in a row. It's a floating power play, a very important floating power play. And all of a sudden, Yalla Shabab Giants are dominating the affairs. Oman did not start on a big note in the ICC CWC. Especially if you're talking about the first 7, 8 or probably 10 games. And they were struggling. And then Jatinder Singh got the captaincy of Oman. There was a revamp. And all of a sudden, a team that was in the bottom half, struggling, has climbed to number 4. And it's not just number 4. Edged. There is protection in the deep. So this is great gameplay from Yalla Shabab Giants. They're at number 4 with 4 games lesser than their competitors. So they are standing at 24 points in 20 games. The Dutch are 28 points in 24 games. So that is where the top 3, that is where you want to be. And it's a great opportunity for Oman.
With 16 more games to go, if they can win 8, they'll stay in the top 4 and they'll get the direct qualification for 50 over World Cup. It's not easy for the management. At one side you need to take care of the T20 also, 50 over format. So modern day cricket demands a lot from the players as well. 4th dot delivery in between just one single. What an over by Shakil Umer, dictating the terms with the ball out there in the middle. Even the likes of Gihan got beaten with that sheer pace coming from Umer Shakil.
And primarily, it all started with those 3 dot deliveries from Narayana Satish, and that's where the pressure built on, because it's a floating power play. And that's where Narayana Satish just needed to rotate strike and give it to Jihan Klote. Final delivery. Can they close it well? Bouncer. Lets this one go, Gian Clote. So the equation is very, very clear. 31 required of 12 deliveries, and it's a game in favor of Yalla Shabab Giants at the moment. A lot of action on offer. Gian Clote is going to be joined by the likes of Jan Shafiq, who's going to be forced to wear a helmet. Narayana Satish just couldn't get on the way, and that means that he's going to be retired out and sent back to the dugout. And in comes Jan Shafiq. They need a lot of power hitting here. And that's where Jan Shafiq will play a crucial role.
I was surprised by that move earlier, sending Satish. I thought it will be Dinesh who will come in the place of Satish, who got those beautiful back-to-back boundaries against IS Invincibles when the team was in trouble, which helped the team to beat IS Invincibles, chasing 93 on that given day, but playing so many dot deliveries in the last few overs. In fact, 5 in the floating power play. They got just 1 run, and the hard hitter Shafiq Jan, he's up against Sanju Sajeev.
Just before we get into action, just giving you a final perspective of the ICC CWC. The last 12 games, Oman has lost just 3 games, and that's their dominance in that final phase of this tournament that they have played. And particularly, they've played in USA, away from home. They've dominated at home, and they've been incredible. Big shot. It's found the gap. Won't get to the boundary. And a great throw will make it interesting. Jan Shafiq is quick, and he's made it to in that process.
Couple of runs, but they need maxims and boundaries. And also what it shows when they toured the tour of USA, 4 matches, 3 wins, it clearly shows it was not a fluke winning games here at home. They went to USA well prepared, and that's the reason out of 4, the results going in Oman's favor thrice. It was a complete dominance by Oman.
And it's a phase of transition. Under the seniority of somebody like Amir Kaleem, Mohammad Nadeem, a very young Oman side is developing. The likes of Aryan Bish is coming into the equation. He's done decently well. There are a few other young sensations. Wasim Ali. Big shot. They needed it. It's a timely blow. Jihan Clote, what an incredible strike across the line, and never looked to compromise on results.
Quite a few people near the boundary rope at the sidelines getting ready for the next game. They were delighted the way he got that maximum. What a hit. Clean hit at the right time. Getting those maximums. Now 22 of 9. Sanju Sajeev providing that pace, and he just came under the radar of Gihan Clote.
believe it is Amin Wagley who's trying to conduct a toss there at the sidelines. Or rather it is Jamil Zaidi. And the strike of Jihan Clote has disturbed the setup. Has it happened with you?
A few times, especially in UAE, in Sharjah.
Big shot. Inside out. Player in the deep is only going to keeping it down to a single, and it's a no ball. On the previous delivery, Jan Shafiq was asking for a no ball. The umpire did not give it to him. On this delivery, the umpire does give it to him.
So the deliveries will be 9, but the score will come down from 22 to 20. It's a free hit delivery, leaking runs, but Sanju Sajeev is a kind of a bowler who can make a comeback. Last over 15-14. It will give something for that bowler who will be bowling that final over. Free hit signal coming in from the umpire.
Good shot straight down the ground. There is a fielder who will keep it down to only a single. They're running for the second. This can be a big mix-up.
He completely forgot it was a free hit delivery. He took that catch, took his own time, thought of celebrating, but suddenly realizing that it was a free hit delivery. Hasnainul Wahab, the fielder.
So difficult to stay in the moment here at the Oman Cricket Academy. Action-packed drama always on offer. What a game are we viewing? 8 deliveries, 19 required. Erring in line. They will go for that extra run. So 2 free runs for Majees Titans. A much needed 2 free runs.
And what I like is the Gihan, he's not afraid to leave that strike and take those runs. It's Shafiq Jan who will be on strike one more time in this over. Cannot afford to play a dot delivery. All he needs to do is run. Even a single will make a huge difference in this game.
Shot pulled. This is going to go for a maximum. Super Sanju generally superb. But not tonight. He's being a villain for Yalla Shabab Giants. Just needs to wind this over cheaply. He's not able to do that.
It's a Pathan power coming from Shafiq Jan. Another outing with the bat. Can he get those 2 points one more time? It was in D20. A brilliant cameo coming at number 8. Now yet again the rescue ranger coming at number 7. Shafiq Jan getting better of Sanju Sajeev. Expensive over, almost 20 runs in this over.
Mudiba, I know common sense is not so common, but how difficult is it to bowl a full length delivery? Certainly it is very difficult for Super Sanju at the moment. Complete brain fade, but should have just gone full. Finally understanding. Common sense prevails here at the Oman Cricket Academy. Super Sanju had a brain fade movement, and that's where they are struggling. Fortunate not to be given as an overstep for Super Sanju, and that's where 11 required of the final over. 83 for the loss of 5. Yalla Shabab Giants putting in the faith in Abdul Khalik, who's going to be coming in from the Oman LNG end. At the moment, both the sides are taking their own sweet time. Very interesting ploy. Sweeper cover, backward deep point. And that's where he's going to be bowling wide Yorkers. So brilliant execution from Abdul Khalik.
It was way outside the off stump, but there was an initial movement that went in favor of the bowling side. Khalik bowling an all important final over 11 to defend in 5 balls.
Has to go for the slower delivery. He goes for the slower delivery. Outside edge. Oh, he makes a mess out of this. Unbelievable scenes. Brain fade movement from Saishif. Had to just hold on to that catch. I believe it is Amir Hamza there at short third.
Change of pace, deceiving the batter with that pace, and also it went over that short third. Poor effort coming from Hamza. Not able to judge the height of that ball. Well executed, well disguised slow one from Khalik. Advantage. It's Gihan Klote, advantage Majees Titans.
If Hamza could have held on to that ball, it would have been a much needed dot ball, and plus the back of Gihan Klote, and a new batter would have come in. Slower delivery, Tong straight down the ground. This ball is travelling and travelling legs. It is almost curtains for Yalla Shabab Giants. The scores have been level. That means that Yalla Shabab Giants cannot win this one. But Majees Titans will have 3 opportunities to win this.
What a strike. There you go. Leaving those stumps, moving towards that off stick. And connects well a maximum. The last 2 overs, 31 were needed. Gihan Klote and Shafiq Jan getting those runs. The scores are level. What a cameo by Gihan.
Angled in the gap. It will get to the boundary. Gihan Klote rushes to the dressing room, rushes to his team to celebrate. What an incredible win. And gives a bow to his dressing room, showcasing that he is the man to watch out for. What an innings from Gihan Klote. 24 of 14, but most importantly, he's won this game, and won this game in style for Majees Titans.
We haven't seen such kind of celebration here. So much of emotions in this game. Gihan Klote winning this game single-handedly in the few overs, and it was Shafiq Jan's support which helped Majees Titans to win an all-important encounter against Yalla Shabab. What a knock by Gihan Klote. One more time the rescue ranger for Majees Titans. What a game of cricket we have witnessed. A comeback win for Titans.
I assure you that they'll be thinking of that catch drop by Amir Hamza in the final over, because if he would have held on to that, things would have been very different. But all said and done, Abhinav Sharma and Lakpriya Ravindra Karunaratne couldn't make things count in a big fashion, and that's where Ferisco Adams and Gihan Klote came to the party. Ferisco Adams got 31 of 15. He set up the stage. And Gihan Klote with the likes of Vishwa Vijayaratne first, 24 of 14 and 14 of 10 respectively for both of them. And then later with Jan Shafiq, 10 of 5. Made sure that Majees Titans win this encounter. It was a nail-biter. It was a thriller to offer by 5 wickets. And if you're talking about the bowling efforts, 1 wicket apiece for Abdul Khalik, Saishif, Amir Hamza and Umair Shakil. But on most days, Abdul Khalik could have had 2nd wicket in the wickets column in terms of Gihan Klote. And then that last line that you read, Majees Titans won the game by 5 wickets, could be very different. And that's what they will be thinking about. But all said and done, this is how the entire game transpired. It was a game where Majees Titans had to chase a decent total. And that's where initial blows put them on the back foot. Ferisco Adams came to the party and he started striking a few lusty ones across the boundary, and he was very, very effective, picking the length early, judging the line quick, and that's where Sai Shiv got the back of Feresco Adams. Jihan Clote came and started in an edgy fashion, and at that point of time, things were not working in favor of Majees Titans. But all of a sudden, towards the end, Jihan Clote came to the party and he started striking a few lusty ones, and that's where the equation came in favor of Majees Titans. And those timely boundaries kept reducing the pressure. There were few lusty ones. Jan Shafiq also came to the party, and his power was second to none. And that's where all of a sudden Majees Titans could take a breather. Towards the end, an opportunity which went begging of Amir Hamza at shot third. And that's where Majees Titans lost their hope. Jihan Clote capitalized well. One straight down the ground, and next just around the leg side towards square leg for a boundary. And that's where Majees Titans conquered this game against Yalla Shabab Giants, and conquered it in style. But what is to be spoken about and what will be spoken about is that celebration from Jihan Clote.
Yalla Shabab Giants, the first 5 overs, they struggled to get those runs. In the next 5, they added 66 runs. In fact, it was 59 runs in the last 5 added by Sanju, Sai Shiv and Mujibur Ali, taking them to 93. Tandel, 2 wickets to his name, 18 runs. Satish bowled exceptionally well, going for just 9 in his quota of 2, a wicket to his name as well. So,
and Majees Titans looking to come into the chase. 97 for the loss of 5 on the back of Feresco Adams, 31 of 15. But the man to be spoken about is Jihan Clote, 24 of 14. He scored timely runs, and that is where, despite those 1 wicket from Sai Shiv, Umair Shakil, Amir Hamza and Abdul Khalik, Majees Titans win this encounter by 5 wickets and 2 balls to spare. It was a nail-biting encounter. We will take a break in the com box, but on the other side, it is Jamil Zaidi with the post-match presentation.
He has timed that one well. That is the ball straight in. Beautiful ball. Excellent. Yes, it is. Beautiful ball. Excellent. Yes, it is.
Time for the post-match presentation from our Oman Cricket Academy ground, Muscat, for the match being played between Majees Titan and Yalla Shabab. Yalla Shabab scored 93 runs in batting first, and it was nicely chased by Majees Titans batters. The man who brought the victory for Majees Titans is none other than Jihan Clote. Jihan, please come collect your medallion from Mr. Kartikan. Jihan, first congratulations for being the man of the match for this match. When the time you reached the wicket, it was almost halfway through. It's your and balance, hang in the balance. What was in your mind? What you're going to do to win this crucial match for you?
Look, with the T10 tournament, there's a power play over, so we use that. I feel we can use that down the line to our advantage. But I must give credit to Fresco. He played a good knock just to get us there or halfway there. And then Shafiq coming in with some good intensity. I couldn't do it on my own. So it was a match-winning team performance.
Well, absolutely outstanding performance from you. I want to ask you one question. You have traveling from South Africa to Muscat. What about the standard of Muscat cricket? I just need to know from you, because you have played a lot of cricket in South Africa, even first class, even you played for South Africa as well. So what about the standard of cricket?
I think the standard is very good. Obviously, there's a few learning curves coming from the players. Just simple awareness things that players can obviously work on. But I think the standard of cricket is good, and it showed in the game how close it was. And I mean, well played to Yalla Shabab as well, because they always make it tough for us.
Well, any suggestion you feel that you would like to give to your team, Majees Titans team, that I'm coming from there, I have so much experience in with me. What team has to do in the crucial matches to come?
Look, like I said, the standard is good here, and there's obviously a lot of talent. I heard you guys saying on the TV last night, Majees is one of the teams that give the youngsters a go, and I feel like it's just a believing part. There's a lot of talent here. It's just believing in yourself and expressing yourself when you're in the situation.
Thank you, Jan. Good night. Enjoy your cricket.
Yeah, good evening.
So this is all from the post-match presentation.
He has timed that one well. That is the ball straight in. Beautiful ball. Excellent. Yes, it is.